All right, welcome back everybody. I ran across some more footage that I wanted to share with you guys. More old school footage of, first off, of the blue car that I showed in the last old school footage tape. This is when I really started figuring it out. It was the last pass that I found. Anyways, check it out. Wheels up. I think it runs 523 at like 138 or something like that. One of the better, straighter, more normal looking passes that car made. So anyways, check the footage out. Got a whole lot more coming up. Got some blooper reels from Boosted GT coming up also. And anyways, sit back, check it out, enjoy the video, and tell me what you think about it. Okay, so in these next few clips, this is one of my good friend's cars after he sold it to me, and this is me driving it, and this is after I changed a couple things. Now, I did the majority of the work to this car throughout its progression, and for some of you guys that followed around the Fun Ford events, the NMRA, I think it's, NMRA, and Muscle Mustangs and Fast Fords and stuff like that, you've probably seen this car in the magazine a few times, and especially running any of those events, especially down around Houston and so on and so forth. Anyways, this is after I had installed a different turbo on it. It had a 98 millimeter on it. I put a 106 precision on it and didn't change anything else. The car had been 5.0s at 140, 138 or something like that with the old turbo. The new turbo was a little bit of a different animal. So you'll see this particular night, the track was bad. I fought it and fought it and fought it. I think there's 3 passes coming up. It spins. It does a wheelie. It goes left. Last pass, it goes down the track. Brian's running the camera. And you can hear, as I go through the lights, Brian and the rest of the people standing near the camera, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, freaking out. The car goes through the lights, probably about 45-degree angle to the track, completely just sideways. I wasn't about to let out the gas because that was the fastest pass to date that the car had ever been. I want to say it was a 504, 151 miles an hour. So check it out. 4 clips coming up real quick. Okay, so you saw in the last pass, it's actually kind of hard to see the car going through the lights. You can see it just all over the place. Totally me driving like a maniac, and that's not something I normally do, but we had fought the car so long that I wasn't about to let that one go. If you also notice in the last pass, I think you can see Boosted GT standing off to the side, the guy wearing the red hat. Now, fast forward a week or 2 or 3 later, I don't remember exactly what the time frame is, but this next clip coming up, first thing you see is I do a burnout, and as I'm backing up, the car dies. This problem plagued me from the time I got the car until the time I took it apart, and I never really exactly figured out what it was, but it was one of a couple of things fuel related. it would lose prime. It would lean out and spit and sputter when your car's trying to build boost. I'm not exactly sure where it was coming from. I used the same fuel pumps on this car right here and the same setup. So it was something with that car, fuel line routing, venting, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, whatever. So the second clip that you're about to see is I do a burnout, I back up, I go to launch the car, and as you can see, the car takes off and it just immediately, it goes a few feet and then it just spins the tire and it shoots it towards the wall. And luckily I didn't hit the wall, but it was close. This happened 3 or 4 times in a row, the same day actually. My fault. You'll never believe what it was. The intercooler sitting in the passenger seat the week before had a split in it. I took the intercooler out of the car, welded it up, put it back in the car, got it all ready to go. And what had happened was the intercooler was huge, okay, and it was full of water. When I took it out of the car, a bunch of water spilled in the floor. Who would have thought anything of it, right? I mopped up the floor as good as I could, you know, and that was pretty much the end of it. The water got in the frame rail, and it sat there for a week. And when the car launched, that water ran down the frame rail and out the hole in the frame and splashed under the right side tire. The first time I did this, I literally parked the car, jumped out of the car, ran down to the starting line, and commenced to chewing the guy's ass for letting me go down the track when there's water clearly all over the track. I had to go back and eat crow after that because it was coming out of my car. The way we fixed it was we got under there with a drill and drilled a new hole in the frame, jacked the car up, and let the water run out. That was the end of it. So, third pass coming up. In-car video, best pass to date. Another 5.0 pass, 150 miles an hour. Watch the tack close. You'll hear the engine stutter a little bit. And I went ahead and shifted gears, went through the lights. That was the last pass the car had ever made. Come to find out, it bent all of the rods, all 8 of the rods. Come to find out, those Eagle rods didn't like 32 pounds of boost from 106 millimeter precision turbo. Imagine that. The last clip is the same video, same pass, outside the car, and you can actually see the car backfire out the exhaust right on the 1-2 shift, and that's when the motor gives up. So anyways, check out the next few clips, and we'll move on. Okay, the next video is just absolutely comical. Earlier in the night, Boosted GT had fractured, cracked, torn, messed up his hood somehow or other, and the Zeus fasteners were just hanging by a thread. He still wanted to make more passes that night, so the best thing we could come up with was to duct tape the hood down. So he breaks out the duct tape, we tape it down as good as we can, and we're all making bets on how long the hood is going to last. Now this is at Crandall, which is now since been closed for some crazy reason. Great track, awesome facility, closed. Anyways, so he goes out there. You see he gets about 3/4 track. Pay close attention to that hood coming off the car and how far up in the air it goes. That thing flew like a kite. So, anyways, next pass is somewhere in Mexico. And as you can see, that car just ripped on the street. And I'll say one thing for sure. I don't know of anybody who puts in any more time testing his car and knowing that thing top to bottom, inside and out, and knows the tune-up and what will get down what road or what track in what condition. That dude does it all. So anyways, check out the videos. Alright, the next clip, it's funny to look back at now, but at that time it really wasn't all that funny. Another good friend of mine, Chris, you'll see I think I'm actually filming this one. He does his burnout, and he's kind of hard on it in the burnout. He goes on the 1-2 shift, and you'll notice as the car passes the camera, listen close, it dies. Kind of uncharacteristic, and especially for his car. Look close as the car passes the camera and you'll see something rolling on the ground. That is the timing belt. That is a bad thing. What happened was it broke the crankshaft behind the second rod, and you'll see in the following little segment right after that where I grab the harmonic balancer and shake the pulley around and it moves an inch or two. Definitely not a good sign. That's probably not supposed to happen. I'm just guessing though. Alright, I think we're going to call it quits on that video. That's a lot of old school footage right there we kind of covered in about 10 or 11 minutes or so. So, as usual, thanks everybody. I appreciate you stopping by and checking out the video. Be sure, thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, and share. And we will see you in the next video. Got some cool stuff coming up, some stuff we did to the race car. See you in the next one, guys. Turn off.